Yeah, minus the microphone this time. I'll be waiting for people to come in. Till then, I'll be jamming. Thanks, appreciate it. Alright, now that individuals have come to join, we are doing some songs. I'm not going to be doing no singing or anything like that for this particular live video, but thanks, appreciate it. I know, it's a little bit goofy, but over time, views will increase. So, thank you for watching my videos. Like and subscribe. Pushing the microphone away, do some music. So we're going to do a loop, which is probably what you first heard when you're coming in. It goes like this. Loop section. No hands. Goes like that. Now we're going to do some soloing with a wah pedal. Y'all guys like Kirk Hammett from Metallica? You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say is, yeah! It's a Jackson Kelly in their rare paint job. They call it the Crimson Swirl. I managed to get this thing for $700. That's unheard of. This was used. As you can tell, it's got a little bit of a battle action on it right there. Yeah, I wish I had a 7-string, man. I really do. I have a bunch of guitars. I'm gonna show you. This is what's coming out. That JBL is where all that sound is coming from, but that's a Marshall amp. And then I have all of these guitars. Sorry, my bed is all disorganized. But thanks for watching. Let's do some more. My dad sold it at a pawn shop when I moved out. Oh man, should have kept it. You know what I'm saying? So, just for example here, we're going to do some Dimebag Daryl. Since you're talking about him, might as well do some. So, let me see, what song? Sensible notion. You know what? That's a great song. How about, I think it's called Planet Caravan? Wow, that's a long time. You should check this out. You should start playing again. What you need to do, real simple. All you need to do is get yourself a really cheap sound system. It doesn't matter. It could be a little tiny amp like that little guy back there, or it could be a Marshall Code 50. You don't need all of this. You could just do it with a headset. All you need is a guitar effects processor. That's where all that's coming from. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it good? Yeah, you need one of those. Not that expensive. So check it out. 150, between 150 $200 for that thing. Wow. Man, it has really helped. And that is not like the flagship. The flagship would be like the Boss GX 1000 or something like that. and that's around $700. That's around $200, and you get about the same thing. The other one would probably sound a little better, but to be honest, a little is a lot better than a lot less than a lot. So let's do one last song by Pantera before I have to end this. This is gonna be I'm Broken. Are you ready? Here we go. One last one. All right, I can't stop here. I had a Boss DS1 Flex pedal with a crate amp. Mind you, this is 2010. Yeah, I started playing guitar back around that time period too. Started around 2015, 2012. So I've been playing for a good long time. So we're gonna do one last one. I heard on the radio today we have Sirius XM. Turbo, Ozzy's Boneyard, all that stuff. And I heard Cat Scratch Fever by Pantera today. So you know what? We're going to do a cover of what Ted Nugent did by Pantera. Are you ready? Here we go. We got the delay on. This is Cat Scratch Fever. Alright. I hate to say it, but I have to end this video. I know you're enjoying it, but I can't make it a 30-minute video. So, thank you for watching.
Please do not forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. You already have, so I appreciate that. Got a little bit of a backstory. Yeah, I got a backstory from you. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Yeah, not, but yeah. So, thank you for watching. Gotta end it. Later. Can't turn it off, man. It wants me to stay on. Yikes.